Alright, hello everybody. We are going to be playing some poker again today. Hopefully my audio is a little more fixed. It's kind of annoying me earlier. I figured out where the buzzing was on my voice, so I'm quite happy about that. I thought that I was over amplifying the mic, but turns out it was my electric guitar, which I tried learning and haven't really picked up in a while, and I'm a little ashamed, but figure it's either poker or guitar. It's not going to be both. So, I was also testing the audio and got into a hand, because the only way I can test the audio of everything is actually to play. And got a trip sixes, which turned into a full house, and the guy made a good fold against me, so there was 3 clubs on the board, so he could have had a flush. Yeah, that was interesting. I mean, if he had the king, then he would have had a higher full house, I guess, because there was the 2 sixes on the board and then 2 kings on the board. And I just had a 6 in my hand, which made the full house, but any king in his hand would have made a fuller house, so. But I basically bet pot on the river, and I guess he thought it was a bluff, so got that one through, which was good. Hopefully everybody's day is going well. Mine has not been too bad. I am not completely tired, so that is a plus. We're also pretty darn close to $150. I think we just need to make we need to get to about 150 big blinds and we should get there. Which is not that far away. We've also been sitting on this table for a while just observing, and the poker tracker's been logging all the hands, which is nice, so we get to a little bit of stats on our opponents here. It seems like player 5 is a only raise type of player. So the board looks like it probably favors the later position here. But it is connected. There is one possible straight. Actually 2 possible straights. So 7-9 makes it now. And 9 queen makes it. So we'll see what happens. There's 2 spades and 2 diamonds on the board. I would expect our later... Well, let's see. Did they check through the flop? I missed that. I would kind of expect the later position to bet here, but... He's not, and now lots of straights come in. Any 9 gets the straight. So 9 queen is going to be better than 9-5 here. But any 2 diamonds is going to... Oh, wow. Yeah, so there you go. He didn't even have the straight. He didn't have the 9. He just had 2 pair. The wrong suit, too. Interesting. So we'll play next hand. Alright, so we do get an RFI from player 3, who has not raised before at all since we've seen him. And so I guess that flop favors the pre-flop raiser. So he does bet. He bets about half pot. And it's call and another diamond. So the 2 diamonds gets there, but they check the turn. Which is interesting. Wonder if player 5 is gonna take a stab. He doesn't. So maybe the dealer has an ace? I would have expected him to have some Broadways, but at least 1 Broadway. King, Jack, Queen? I mean, player 5's in big blinds, so his range is much wider. He could have a pair of 8. He could have an 8. Oh, 9-10. Wow, he had this flop this straight. Wow. All right. So now we can get to playing. We are just, it looks like it's going to be folds to us. So we will not call if he raises here. We'll just check fold. Okay. And we just take it. And 2-4 is probably not going to be super great. That's all right. Interesting. So because I won the first hand on my session, it is counting that I guess, value after the first hand as the first data point. So I think my graph I need to modify my graph to add a 0th data point at $0. Or add the first data point at $0 so that it will show that I went from 0 to 60 cents on the first hand. Basically, yeah. Right now the scale's a little weird. It's like the scale's starting at, or the scale's just scaled to 0.60 because it doesn't consider 0 to be part of the scale. It uses JavaScript to kind of automatically determine the Y and the X scales, so that's why it's kind of weird. But now we know how to fix that. I was wondering what the issue was, and I think that makes a lot of sense. I just need to have just add a fake hand at $0, and then we should be good. All right, so we are waiting. It's going to be player 5, who's been in most hands that we've seen so far. So he was the pre-flop aggressor. Player 1's out of position here, and I think he's been doing mostly checking. Let's find out. I wasn't paying attention there either. Oh, and he goes all in. Interesting. There's no possible straights or flushes on the board, so the best he has is like pocket 8s. The 5 would connect a lot of things. Connect a straight there, but that was just kind of weird. And I believe we will set mine here. Now the question is, do we re-raise this guy? And the answer is yes. Let's see how he reacts. I don't think I've actually seen anyone 3-bet him before. So let's see if he folds right away. If so, we might have a good data point on exploiting him in that fashion. Well, he calls. And we have an overpair. As cutoff, I think this board favors me, so I'm gonna take another stab at it. It was a 3-bet pot, so our C-bet's gonna be 50%, not 66. Let's see what he does. He does call, and now we have a possible open-ended straight draw, along with our pair. I am a little worried that he might have like 2 pair here. I've been seeing him play a lot of suited connectors. 7-8 was a big hand that he played there, so I think I am gonna bet for pot control here. We're gonna down bet a little bit. Let's just see if he is interested in sticking around. He is. The 2 is actually really good for us. So unless he has like a pocket pair here, I think we have him beat, but I'm going to check because he's definitely not going anywhere. And it's very possible that he has this beat with 2 pair. So let's see. Yeah, we take it. Nice. So he was going on the straight draw as well, and he just missed it with the 2. That worked out well for us. I suppose we could have bet there, but we did not have a great hand. There's a lot of hands that beat us, and so if we had bet, we're in the position where maybe he check raises, and we might be folding to a check raise. So I think I like the check through there at the end. He does just seem to be giving his money away, which is a little surprising. I don't know if he's like won any hands so far that I've seen. But he's sitting out of this one, licking his wounds while we relax and watch these other two players play. It is interesting that almost everybody at the table has above 100 big blinds. So other than player 5, who's back at 99, everybody's winning. Everybody is a winning player. Well, looks like we all get to target player 4 now. He comes in at low stack. It's good to just keep in mind that he has a low stack. That means that he could go, you know, the SPR is going to be affected when we play him. And SPR stands for stack to pot ratio, and that as that gets lower, you kind of need to be a little bit more careful, just because it means that you are going to be more stack committed. So less bluffs, more all-ins, a little more hectic. I need to find a better Spotify playlist. This is need to find something good here. Okay. Waiting for this guy. It looks like he's just timing out, which is weird. Maybe he's just upset that we took his money and now he's making us wait through his whole time bank. Or he's AFK. I don't know. He folds it. We take it. And we get 9-6 in the small blind. Interesting. We get a limp. So small blind, this is not in our raising range when there's limpers, but it's pretty close to our limping range. So we're gonna roll the dice, and if it comes to us, if this guy folds or if he limps, we're gonna roll the dice, and if it's above a 60, then we will limp. Yeah, we limp. Let's see what big blind does. Yeah, okay, so we all get to join the limping party, and we have a gut shot straight draw. So an 8 gives us the straight. We have low pair. I'm gonna check it. We don't have any flush draws here. We missed our clubs. If we get a bet, the pot odds are 25%. Our inside straight is not like, well, we have 16% turn or river. So I think we'll call this one. Well, interesting. We still need an 8. And now it's going to be a little bit worse pot odds coming to us. So we still have 25% pot odds, but now we just need, we only have like a 9% chance to hit the 8. So I think I am a-okay with folding this. We're not getting the pot odds, and we don't really have a lot of other equity in the hand. Okay. So Queen Jack offsuit, we will open that if it comes to us. And oh, sorry, but so cutoff does open. Sorry, not cutoff. Hijack opens. We are in button. We have queen jack offsuit, so we will fold. We're definitely going to be tighter against player 4. I mean, he's with player 3 out too, he's kind of like in the earliest position, plus he has the lowest stack. So we just take less risks against him. And we will... we will live to bake cookies another day. Alright. So we would have had top pair here, but against a 3-bet, I'd be pretty nervous. I mean, I guess you would continue against... If we were in player 4 shoes, would we continue here? Against a... oh, wow. Okay, they're gonna fight. And it's all in versus all in. Well, let's see if player 4 goes all in. I mean, he's pot committed, right? I know, he folds it. Interesting. The re-raise was a bluff, I guess? I suspect player 2 had something like pocket jacks or above to go all in on that. That was weird. Or a set. So now player 4 is way down in chips, so expect him to go all in or do something wild pretty quickly here. Did I say player 4? Is that what I said? So if we're in this shoe, if we're in his shoes, well, I mean, we wouldn't be opening 2-4 in his shoes, so a little hard to say. He's big blind versus under the gun, so theoretically, I think the under the gun has more. Well, does he? Yeah, the under the gun range here has lots of aces, but not a lot of jacks. Jack, Jack, Jack 10, Jack 9, Ace Jack, King Jack offsuit. He has some queens here. Queen Jack 10, 9. He had 6 ace. Yeah, so we call it right, I guess. He had more aces than anything else, and that's what he ended up having. We will play the 8s on or open them. Let's see what happens. And folds around to the small blind. Small blind folds. All right, we're against our friend here, Mr. Action with the low stack. I think what happens is these types of guys, they buy in with low stacks because they just expect to lose it. I mean, that's kind of what I did when I started. I knew I was really bad, and so I didn't buy in for the full amount. I bought in for like half. This guy bought in for like 2/3 of the max amount. But clearly he's not making a lot of great decisions, so looks like he's just going to give it to us. We are second biggest stack at the table. Second to player 3. And with 9-10 suited, we open that. Even this early position. So we are very early position. I think the 10-9 suited will be kind of disguised here. If you're opening under the gun, you're probably expected to have Broadway or above. Now we do get 3-bet and the 6-4 ninja. Yeah, I think we're going to... Let's hold on. Let me figure out what I need to do here. I think I need to fold this. Well, yeah, he's in position. I'm out of position, so I fold it. If I was in position, the range, the chart says to call there. But because he has position advantage, it's enough to sway the vote there. Yeah, I need to adjust my schedule. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Thursday. Basically, Megan and I are doing date nights. We changed our date nights from Tuesday to Thursday. So I was streaming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll probably do like Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday or something from now on. I don't think we call this here. So I just need to adjust the schedule. All right. How's your day going? Okay, so we had to fold the Q10, and probably a good thing because the big blind seemed to wake up. And I mean, with the 5 big blind bet, I would kind of it's a little bit of an overbet. So, well, this guy bet 2 big blinds, so I guess that was like 2.5x is 5, yeah. Okay, and then he just does half pot. He's just have an ace something there. I don't think he has anything else. But yeah, hopefully your day went well, man. My day's pretty good. At least I'm feeling decent. I feel like I have energy today, which is nice. Kind of a change of pace. All right, we will open it and probably get a bunch of folds. Oh well. I mean, we have no choice but to open the aces. It's just a bummer that nobody wants to play with us. We definitely don't limp the aces there. And now we are forced with a worse hand. We can look at our limping range here. Our cutoff limping range does not include Queen Jack offsuit. It does have us raise, but only marginally, so I'm going to roll a dice if it's above a 50. Nope. Okay, we fold. Probably got us out of a sticky situation there. Yeah, been a good Tuesday. Nice. I'm glad. Yeah, I feel like today is calm, but pleasant. That's how I would describe my Tuesday. Or calm and pleasant. No but. My work is kind of weird right now. We're like I have my big system kind of running in our production environment. And so because it's running in the production environment, there's a bunch of like change controls in place. And one of those change controls is that like any change you make to your environment has to be approved by another person. Problem is my team is 2 people, me and one other guy, and the other guy's in Ireland. So, and the problem is that like right now I'm in the very beginning stages of implementing this thing. So there's a lot of like mistakes and like quick changes I need to make and type, you know, like once it's like, I don't have I've been programming without a compiler for 3 months, and now that I finally compile, things are understandably like, you know, the typos are getting caught, stuff like that. And so it's a lot of like, do half an hour, or, you know, do 15 minutes worth of work and then wait 15 to 30 minutes for a coworker to approve my changes, and then rinse and repeat, which is a little frustrating. But today I made the best of it. Just took walks, did my physical therapy exercises, and I think that helped. Multiple walks, I think, helped just make it seem like a easy day. So that was good. All right, so we get a new player. So our short stack guy left, and we get a full stack player 4 coming in. We don't have any data on him yet. We have been playing about 30 hands so far. So players 5 and 1 have been in the whole game so far. And they look like they're pretty... Seems like an inefficient process. Yeah, you know, on other teams, like I think I'm not a normal team, and that's part of the problem. A normal team's going to be like 5 to 10 people. And also, like normal teams, their systems are pretty mature, so they're not doing a lot of like pushing to prod very often. Maybe once a day at most, probably more like once a week. But yes, it is very inefficient for me, unfortunately. I actually looked into trying to like disable that and cheat, but we could not. I think it's mainly a compliance process. Like we tell the government that we approve changes to prod, and so we have to kind of abide by that. I was in big blind here. This flop favors him, so I'm gonna check it to him, and we're just gonna check through. I do have a heart, so there is a possibility. No luck on the heart, so we just have jack high here. We fold if he bets. I'll let him take it for 2.5 big blinds. Okay, it's pair queens, nice. All right, so we've just been waiting for a hand, and haven't got a lot, especially after those aces. Nobody wanted to play with us, and then the powers that be decided that was that. This is not within our limping range. It's not within our, yeah, we'll just hold it. All right. I'm looking forward to coming down in a few weeks. That should be, is that like 2 weeks away now? I'm checking my calendar right now. That's yeah, it's like a week and a half away. Not even 2. Yeah, most looking forward to the warm weather. Hopefully it's been warm over there. Ooh, kings. So we would have had the kings, but this would have been a pretty crappy hand. Any queen makes the straight. Yeah. So now essentially these guys are just going to be splitting the pot if they each have queens. But the way they've been checking through, I don't expect them to. I expect it's going to be maybe pair versus pair here. In fact, it might even be pair versus high card here. I mean, they've got to have, like, yeah, that guy has to have at least a pair. Yeah, beers. Hey, thanks, Carp. Thanks for the good luck. We're actually doing not too bad. We bought in for 100 big blinds, so we're already up 30. But now we've been kind of card dead since then. Bottom right? Why? Oh, it's I just put it on. I disable the preference, so it just assigns me something. The problem is that my poker tracker overlay gets very confused when I set a seat preference. So I need to. So like you guys can't see this here, but I have an overlay that's showing me statistics of each player. And when I set a seat preference on ignition, the HUD doesn't seem to like keep track of that. So then the HUD mismatches the player positions, and I have to like keep changing it. Yeah. Oh, no delay? Yeah, I think it's 45-second delay should still be on there. I should check my settings to make sure, but yeah, it says it's for 45 seconds. All right, so let's see, an 8-4, still nothing, so still card dead here. Waiting for something good. Yeah, the whole stream delay thing is debatable. I've had people come in and tell me I need a longer delay. I personally don't really. Yeah, you can change when you're sitting while playing. Change where you're sitting while playing. Unsure if overlay will change with you. I used to have a card catcher and didn't see too much of an issue. Yeah, I'm using Poker Tracker 4, and so that was specifically the issue. Like I would change seats, but then the overlay wouldn't change with me. So then and then it got really confusing really quick. So I need to figure out if Poker Tracker if there's a way to like modify the seating in Poker Tracker as well. I'm looking through actually right now. I don't see it right off the bat. Okay, so low jack, I don't think we play this now. We might have been able to get away with it, but yeah, I'm gonna keep looking through my HUD options here to see if I can figure out if I can change the seating preference. On card catcher, you have to set the seat preference to see if PT4 has it. Yeah. All right. So let's see here now. We do have a hand here, but Ace-4 offsuit when the under the gun opens. Chart says no way. Yeah, probably smart. Yeah, I think that would have been a smart move. Okay, I'm gonna look through. So there's replayer preferred seat, but that's not it. Site and import options. Ignition. 10-6 on the button, I think we open, right? Yeah, we open. We're gonna get more folds. So the other problem is, like, I think we kind of have a hand, yeah. We have kind of a tight table image too right now, just because we've been card dead, so everybody's folding to us, which is kind of annoying. We got pocket aces and everybody folded to us just the same. So maybe I need to just start playing more and getting people annoyed at me. 8-7 suited we will play, or at least we'll open. If this guy opens, chart says to let it go. Let's see what he does. All right, we're gonna open it. Yeah, I agree. It would be very miserable to do this whole thing at 5NL. I have in the Twitch profile at the bottom, I think I updated it with the plan for the bankroll challenge. The idea is to kind of move up once I get to like 60 buy-ins for a given stake. So once I get to 60 buy-ins at 5NL, I'll move up to 10NL and keep playing. Oh, I missed. So he must have just called me. He must have then checked. We're in position. I think this flop favors us. It was a single raise pot, so we're going to go 66%. And let's see if he gives it away. We don't really have any equity in this pot, other than maybe 2 more clubs. And he gives it to us. He must have just not hit the king. That was nice. All right. Hijack, Jack 3. Probably not good enough. Yeah, let me check on my Twitch profile if it's showing single raise pots. Yeah, bankroll challenge rules. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm trying to prove a point. I'd more say, like, I'm just trying to be conservative and learn the game. I just don't really, like, I am just way behind everybody else, it feels like. So, Off break now, putting you on mute. All right, man. Take it easy. Thank you for the good luck. All right. So we will, it is definitely interesting that, you know, I was watching the Easty stream, which is pretty fun if you haven't watched it. He's another poker player, and he does like, and so, you know, he just started streaming probably like 12 months ago, and it's been kind of like a wild ride for him. Like he kind of shot up to stardom through on Twitch, through basically just like he has a really good personality, and he's just like really lively, and he's like screaming at the thing and always going all in. So I think that, and so it's kind of interesting because he did a YouTube video on his like earnings over the last like 6 to 9 months, like in poker as he was streaming. And he very much noticed that his performance was directly proportional to the amount of tables he had going. And he noticed that especially, and that he noticed that was very different when he was streaming versus offline. So what he would do is he was used to playing like 4 tables, and then he would try 4 tables while he was streaming. And then what happened is at the beginning of the stream, he had no viewers and it was fine. And then he started getting more and more viewers and more people chatting with him. And then he was starting to divert his attention to the chat and starting to lose more and more hands. And so he found that he had to basically reduce the amount of tables down to 2 once his stream got really popular, because that's like the only way he could have enough like attention. He only had enough attention span for 2 tables plus the stream, or plus the chat. And I definitely feel that, like if I'm in the middle of a conversation on chat, I'm definitely not paying as much attention to the cards. Here we actually, the big blind, so we're going to take a page out of the Modern Poker Theory book, and the fact that this flop hits us way better than it hits him, we're just going to bet that and see what he does. And we take it. Nice. So if we had checked there, we might have like given him a chance to catch up. That king came. He might have like had a king. Well, if you have king high, do you fold there? I think you do if you're conservative and you're low stacked. We'll open this and expect to get a always win first, chat second. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely noticed that I will get distracted by chat, so that's something I'm going to have to work on. But it is, honestly, I think having the lower viewership is... Oh, we definitely 4-bet this, right? Yeah, we 4-bet it. 23 big blinds is what we're supposed to 3-bet. Although we are out of position. I mean, maybe he has aces here, I don't know. But if he just has like ace jack, king queen, something like that, even queen queen or jack jack, we probably have him beat. Now if he has a pair of queens, we're hosed here. But if he just has like queen jack or something, we definitely bet this. So we're just gonna c-bet. It was a 4-bet pot, so we only c-bet 33%. See what he does. So if he has pocket queens, we're beat here. If he has pocket aces, I guess we're beat too. Pretty much, I don't think he's calling a 4-bet with 8s or 5s. Oh, he could. So the question is, are we beat here or is he bluffing? It's very possible he either has pocket aces or pocket queens and he has a set here. I'm gonna time bank it. I'm leaning towards folding, but it really sucks to fold kings here. I think that at 5 NL, usually when these guys are going this aggro, they usually have the nuts. I think I gotta fold it. I don't know if that was a good fold or not. I have no idea. I'm gonna mark that as what did he have. Usually what I find is that at these smaller stakes, people don't really know, like 90% of people don't even know the check raise button exists. So the fact that he 3-bet it, I know, I should have found out. I folded. Problem is the flop did not help us at all. I mean, I guess there was no ace there, so, but he still has his beat with aces, in which case we're drawing pretty dead. If I'm gonna punch this in, so let's see, hand for player. Oh, we gotta play this hand real quick. Sorry. Jack it off, so we're gonna fold. Okay, so I'm punching it in Flopzilla. Let's see what our equity was looking like here. We did have 3 clubs. We might have... Our equity was 68% against a pretty tight range, so I think that was a bad fold. Honestly. Now, if we limit him down to queens, kings, and aces, and then ace king, then our equity is down to 46%, which would have been a coin toss. But if we take it down to like tens, jacks, queens, kings, aces, and ace queen, ace king, then our equity is at 68%. So really is now, if we include bluffs in there, obviously the 68% goes up, but so at the worst, it was about a 48% chance to win there. I think I should have called. I think that was that fold there. Based on the math. I think I just... Problem is, it's very rare to see big bluffs like that at these low stakes. Like, usually they have something pretty giant. And if he has aces there, he's beating us. That was just rough. That was rough. I'm going, while we're waiting, I'm gonna download the hand history because I think there was another, like, what did he have hand that should be now, I should be able to download and look at. Okay, won't be able to look at it right this second, but. Yeah, I think I'm definitely kicking myself for folding there, but oh well. Lesson learned, I think. And it would be really interesting to see what he has tomorrow. Yeah, I think in that spot you gotta call. It's interesting because if he had obviously if he had 2 queens, I mean there's less chance he has 2 queens, right? Because there's a queen on the board. It's possible he had the other 2 kings. But if he had the aces, he had us beat. So. All right. So we're in the big blind with Queen 2. Probably not good enough against most. Well, chart says we could do it against a button raise, but against a hijack raise we'll fold. No, I folded the kings. I should have, and I think it was a bad fold. He just kept barreling against me, and looks like king hero folded. No way. I know. I think it was a bad call. It was a bad fold. I think I should have called, but he was basically just gonna. He seemed determined to go all in. That's for sure. So I think Flopzilla says with the queen on the flop and 2 numbers, so it was like queen number, our equities basically like 50% with a conservative range and 70% if he's bluffing. So it would have been a coin flip. I still probably should have called. I think I got the sense that he had the nuts just because like he has not 4-bet at all this whole game since we've sat down with him. Although we have a small sample size, but he 4-bet called and then he basically re-raised me on the flop. So okay, we're gonna fold there. I also tend to fold more against like guys who are just like going crazy on here, because it's usually like they usually have it at low stakes. Like at low stakes, they're just betting their hand. They're not like betting the range or the betting. Like they're not very sophisticated. So in that instance, he seemed like he was just betting the nuts. I think if he didn't have the nuts, he probably would have called my c-bet. I suspect. So I'm a little thrown off here. All right, so we're gonna 3-bet with pocket nines. See what happens. Oh, we get a caller from under the gun. That was weird. I think we let this go. Well, I don't know. This round doesn't seem to be going super well. Alright, so try to get back into commentator mode here. So we do have a short stack in position player 4. It looks like he's just going to fold to the ace. Interesting. When the second 8 comes up, we would have had a trip there. Jack 6 suited is in the low jack, is not going to be an open. Looks like player 2's new, so he posts a small blind here to get into the pot early. And he does raise it. So we've been going for 52 minutes. Try going for a little longer. I feel like my brain's just shorted after those kings. That was brutal. All right. Gotta do grocery shopping, gotta do chores, all that good stuff. So I'll probably stop around, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. I'll just set the countdown timer for 15 minutes and then we'll call it. Okay. That'll put us at like an hour and 5 minutes for the stream. Not as long as I would like, but I think that I am probably tilted at this point. One thing I will do maybe before I sign off is I wanted to look and see if I had another Did He Have It hand. I think I was able to download, like I had a big, and of course we don't even get to play the ace king there, right? Man. No, ace 10 offsuit we would open if it folds to us. If somebody bets it, we're pretty much, now if cutoff and above bets it, then we call, or we 3-bet it. Okay, we get a limp. This is actually probably, yeah, this is in our limping range, so we'll just limp it. We have a pretty small limping range here, but it does include ace 10 offsuit. We do have a diamond, but it would require 2 more diamonds, so I don't think we have a lot of equity in this pot right now. It's also going 4 ways. Okay, well, we now have, what is that? 9 outs. So we're gonna try betting, I guess. It's only 2 big blinds. It's a really small pot, so I'm sure nobody actually cares. We also have the queen gives us a straight, and any diamond gives us a flush, so we're not actually in that bad a shape here. But it looks like everybody just folds. Is this guy gonna fold too? No. And we definitely whiffed the river. So it's possible that we bluff it, or we just so I think because we c-bet it earlier, I'm gonna try bluffing. Or let's last the RNG. If 50 above and we bluff it. No. Okay, so we'll check to him. Maybe he's gonna check back. He bets it. I feel like there's no real reason to call here. Does he have the jack or the king? I mean, we have ace high, so that's a bluff catcher, right? Let's see what he's got. Oh wow, he did have the flush. Nice. I mean, ace high isn't. I think I'm just. I think I'm running out of brain power here after that. Those kings. I think it might just be a good time to stop. Let's just do. This music's annoying me too. Okay. Let's see if we can find the other did he have it hand here. So we're gonna pull this up here. So we only lost 68 cents, not too bad. We're going to look for hands with a specific tag. Okay, and we're gonna organize by date. So today's the 18th, but we want to look at the 15th. So this is hand number 411-750-4855. So I'm gonna just copy that down in Notepad. Can we copy? I think we have to do this, right? Oh, come on. How do I view the hand history? I think I have to just double click it here. There we go. Okay. So that's our hand number. And then what we do here is we're going to switch databases. And these are only hands that we have whole cards for. So we're going to import our latest batch of hands. Should give us a fair amount. Yep. And then we will pull up our report, and we have a hand grabber report, and where we specify the actual hand number here. And it looks like, oh no, it's not set. Oh. Okay, so now we save, click OK. Now we do have this hand, so let's see what the heck happened here. We're going to not show known hole cards. Okay. Here we go, everybody. This also had me on tilt from earlier. So let's review it. I don't actually remember this. So we have King Jack offsuit in the cutoff. We bet it, and the big blind calls. Flop comes 7-8 king. So we have a pair of kings. We have one more club for the flush. And so I assume we bet it. We do. He calls. We go, and there's 6. So possible straight now. 9-10 makes it. 4-5 makes it. What do we do? Check, check. 3 comes. He's out of position, so he's first to act. He bets it full pot. and I fold. With the pair of kings, it feels like a bad fold. What did he have? Does it show? 10-5. So he had the flush. So we made the right fold there. Made the hero fold against the flush. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that makes sense now. But on the flop, he... Looking at this again, so he just calls. On the turn, he checks, I check. On the river, he bets. Okay. Yeah, I mean, do you on the... I don't really remember my headspace here if I just expected him to have the flush and so folded, or was just thinking like, okay, there's so many straights that get there, there's so many flushes that get there, we're probably not doing great. Now 10-5, I guess from the big blind, that makes sense. So from the big blind, just calling a 2-bet, there's a lot of room. This is from the data I've actually been collecting off of Ignition Hands. This is the range for him in that position. Basically, somebody calling a 2-bet from the big blind. So this is like, I mean, this is probably something like 75%, right? 65 or 75%. So many different suited hands, it makes sense that he basically just had garbage, but it was suited garbage, and so he stuck around for the flop, and he flopped the nuts, or flopped, well, not quite the nuts, right? But flopped a pretty darn good hand. So we made a good fold there. That's good to know. Nice. I guess we will find out if our kings, if we were facing the same thing in our kings in a couple days. So once I'm able to download that hand, which is usually it lets me download it 24 hours after, which means that probably I'll be able to look at it on the 20th, which is Thursday. So I'll stream usually Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday now. So I need to update my Twitch schedule. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll be here tomorrow, and then and we'll try making up for that disastrous session. Because it's not too disastrous if I lost about 10 big blinds or so, 10-15 big blinds. So